Hello everybody and welcome to episode 71 on the ManniCraft server with Black Dog Z. So again, I'm still trying to get over this cold. I'm feeling better than I was, as you can probably tell. And we're here for episode 71. It's going to be more on that StevesCarts to show you what went wrong and get it corrected. Alright, so basically what I found out was you can't just use the regular holding tracks or anything like that. You actually have to use a specific type of track, and I've already built them and put them out there, but I'll go ahead and show them to you. So if I go here and I just type in track, it'll bring up all the tracks, but the one that we're looking for, oh sorry, it's not a track. Gotta remember that. There's tracks and then there's rails. We're looking for this guy, the Advanced Detector Rail. Really easy to make, just iron on both sides, 2 pressure plates, and redstone. It does have to be a stone pressure plate, remember that? And you get 2 of them, so we got exactly what we needed. Now I already built those and put them out there just to test to make sure it would work. But now we need to set up a way to pull the items out of there, hence why I have a filter on me. This filter is going to come in very handy. We're also going to need our pneumatic tubes, and we're going to need a timer, but we have a lot of timers already, and I'm getting sick and tired of making them because each one is causing additional lag. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to turn down the number of timers that we're using by using Wireless Redstone. In theory, Wireless Redstone, if I just type in wireless here, uses less tick time because it's just able to repeat what was being said before, which is really cool. So here's what we need. There's a whole bunch of things like a wireless jammer, wireless remote, wireless sniffer, wireless map, wireless tracker, wireless transceiver, but the ones that we want are the wireless receiver and the wireless transmitter. Now to make a wireless transmitter, you need the wireless transceiver, you need obsidian stick, you need a stone wafer, and 2 stone wires. So that should be fairly simple to make. Let's go ahead and show you here. Well, I've got the obsidian sticks. They're really easy to make. I can just take 2 obsidian, go like this. As you can see, you get 2 obsidian sticks from that, which is kind of nice. Obsidian, not too hard to get. Pour water over lava and you'll get some. Or you can do like we've been doing and you can mix 2 lava and 2 water cells. Now the downside there is you are using double the amount of lava. Nobody really cares how much water you use since it's infinite. But we want to try to make sure that we're doing as much as we can to conserve our lava. Because if we go and take a look, we ain't got much lava left. Look at that. We're down to 535 buckets, and it is slowly going down. Those guys are using it, and I don't know how much longer that's going to last. So we're actually going to have to set up a lava system again. We've drained 2 spots now. We actually drained 1 in the nether, and then I actually drained underneath Don's base because there was that big lava pool there that he wanted to get rid of way over there. Right where that node is down there that I'm pointing to. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it. And so that is where he wanted to get rid of the lava. So I went ahead and did that. So let's go ahead and build our wireless stuff, shall we? So now, in order to build a wireless transmitter, we need a wireless transceiver. This requires a Aether pearl and an obsidian stick. Now if you take a look, I've gotten a bunch of obsidian sticks already, and I've got the thing in for Aether pearls. You need ender pearls, redstone, and glowstone. Now normally you probably wouldn't make this many of them, especially if you're just starting out, but we're finally getting around to wireless redstone fairly late in the game. I'll probably next season try to get to it sooner. I'd like to see wireless redstone be a thing for us because I love wireless redstone. So let's go ahead, and we're actually just going to make 16 of those. Yep, we're going to make all 16. We're going to just take these brass gears out of here because we don't really need them. And we'll just go like that and go like that. So now I only need 1 wireless transceiver for now. So we'll go ahead and we're going to, actually, you know what? I'm going to need a second one. So let's go ahead and make a second one. There we go. So we have 2. And they do stack, so that makes it fairly easy for us to make. So now what we need to do is just take this, and 2 of these, and put our wireless transceiver on top. And we get a wireless transmitter. Next, we're going to need a wireless receiver. Now to make one of those is a little bit different. We'll need a receiver dish, an obsidian stick, stone wafer, and 2 stone wires. Now, a receiver dish is basically just a wireless transceiver and a stone bowl. You all know how to make bowls. It's just do the same thing with stone. Fairly simple. And so I've already made a bunch of bowls here, so let's go ahead and build one of these babies. A receiver dish. Then we put one of these sticks down, put a stone wafer down, and put 2 stone wires down, and we get a wireless receiver. Now, these things are really neat in the fact that they will transmit any wireless redstone that they receive. So what we can do is we actually can use... How often does this one go off? This one's designed to go off every 2 seconds, so this one will work perfectly. As you can see, it's got both sides. It usually puts out to 3 out of 4 sides, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Take your transmitter and set it down so this is facing that. And you'll notice that every time this goes off, that goes off. Next, you'll want to right-click it, and you'll want to set a frequency. Now, anything under 100 is a public frequency only. If you go above 100, so I'm just going to choose 1111. So there you go. So now we have 1111. We'll give it a frequency name, and we're just going to call it 2-second timer. Alright. So you can type in your number there if you don't want to use, of course, the pluses and minus. And there we go. So now we've gone ahead, we've set it to 1111. So any wireless receiver that is set to that will automatically pulse at that same rate as long as it's able to receive the signal. Now, I do believe it has to be in the same world to receive the signal, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now, as you can see, our cart's going along nicely. It's dumping everything in here. We got 55 wheat and a bunch of seeds. And if we take a look at his inventory, we'll see he's only got 2 wheat and a seed, and he'll drop those off as soon as he gets there. He'll also fill up his bone meal, which is really cool. So, like, if we watch him, we drop that off, goes around the corner, fills up his bone meal, and continues on his merry way. Now we just need a way to pull that stuff out. So the way I was planning on doing that was to just take this here and do that. And I was going to take a filter. I don't know. Do I have my screwdriver on me? No, we'll have to go get a screwdriver. Alright. Oh, too far. So now that we have this, we should be able to do the exact same thing to most of our timers and make it so that they're not constantly going. That's a big thing for us. Why am I in here? That's a big thing for us so that we can set everything up. I do believe my screwdriver should be in my tools chest. There's one. It's almost dead, but it'll do. And here's another almost dead one. I wonder, can you combine 2 to make 1? You can. Alright. So let's go ahead and get that sucker pointed in the right direction. There we go. He is pointed in the right direction. Now, the problem that we're going to have, and this is the problem that I've always noticed with this sort of thing, is that it's not really designed to sit with much else, because, like, this is made by chicken bones, whereas this is RedPower. So you can't use the RedPower stuff as easily. I need wire. I don't have any, eh? No. Alright. So we're going to need to grab some red wire. Shouldn't be too difficult. Ooh, almost overshot that again. And then we can send that signal off. Now, where's red wire? I'm not seeing any red wire. That's not good. Oh, look, a couple more screwdrivers. Those shouldn't be in there. This does really need a cleanup. We have another timer, toggle latch, and a repeater. No red wire. Check up here. No. Checking some of our overflow chests. Red pipe wire. wouldn't have ended up in the Thaumium chest. Sorry about that, everybody. Like I said, I'm trying to get over a cold here. Nope. Oh. Got my hand wrong on the keyboard there. Always hate it when that happens. Alright. I might actually be out of red pipe wire. Sorry, not red pipe wire, but the red wire. Yeah, it looks like we are out of red wire. Looks like we're going to have to make some more. I don't know if we have any. We have blue alloy ingots. No red alloy ingots. So let's take a look here. Redstone wire. This stuff here, red alloy wire. This is what we're looking for. Is 3 red alloy ingots. Red alloy ingots is redstone and iron. And I actually believe I have some iron and some redstone on me. No redstone. Oh yeah, because I used it all. Grab some stack of redstone there. I'll make some more. So you want to use your blue electric alloy furnace. You guys have probably seen me make this quite a few times. Now you don't necessarily need to use iron. If you take a look, there's a couple options for making red alloy. You can use iron, you can use copper. You can also disassemble your cobblestone jacketed wire. Now if you're going to do that 8 at a time. Because you get 5 for 8. But if you only put 4 in, you get 1. So there's no point in not putting it in multiples of 8. And the rest of these pages are all just various cobblestone jacketed wire. There's a lot of different kinds, and I don't know why they did it this way, but it'll work. You can also take apart insulated wire or bundled cable to get it. So yeah, those are a couple of options that you have. We've already got 9. That's good. We'll go over to this table. There we go. So we got 36 now. We have enough to last us for a while. Just going to quickly hop into bed here. Alright. So. Let's hope that rain lets up. Yeah, looks like it is. That's good. Alright, so what I did is I put this guy this way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run... Well, that doesn't look like it is working at all. How to do this? How to do this? I have to put... You know what? I actually just realized something. If I just face this downwards, like so, I can take... Oh, I hope I have some leftovers. Just ignore that ringing telephone. It rings this time of night almost every night, and generally don't really care. It's an emergency phone. It's only supposed to be rang in case of emergency, and it's definitely not an emergency. So, if we just grab a piece of redstone, we can actually take pneumatic tubing and add redstone to it to make redstone tubing. So, we'll go ahead and make a few of these. Alright. Now that we have the redstone tubing, there's actually a neat trick that we can do with it. So we have our redstone tubing, and we're going to put it... Oh, we're going to put it just like this. We're going to run here, here, and here. Now, in theory, if I click on this and I set it to a 2-second timer, probably need to do cobblestone jacketed wire. Should have some spare jacketed wire. Yeah, look at that right there. So apparently we didn't need to make that redstone wiring at all. Alright, so we just run this one more space. And then I should be able to put this here. And then this here. And that will pulse it. Perfect, it's pulsing perfectly. It's exactly what we want to see, but unfortunately, I do have to get at the filter first. Alright, so with the filter, we only want it to pull out certain items. With each 2-second pulse, we want it to pull out a stack of this and a stack of this. Alright, so now we go in here, we put each one of those in there. Now, which way? Well, I wasn't expecting to find this. We'll go ahead and fill it up. If we turn on our map, we'll probably be able to see where we are. Oh, we're not in the house yet. Alright, so as you can see, we're right at the engines here. So if we actually continue along this path, okay, and then what is that? We can't tell what that is. It's definitely something. We didn't knock through basalt. But the engines are right here. I'm gonna have to knock that out just to see what it is, aren't I? Oh, it's a transformer. And a timer. Shitty deal. Because now what I have to do is this. And I can't. Not without knocking this pipe out anyway. Alright, so now I should be able to set this down. Why can't I? There we go. I have to take a long way around. This is not going to be easy. But at least it'll tell me where I am. Right here. So now I can take this and toss it here. And then oh, not again. Oh. Okay, so now I know what that is. We can get this corrected here. So let's see. So that's that. Let's head this way. What's here? I did it again. Yeah, I should realize I am following that path. Okay, I want to dig a few more. Right here, maybe? That's a barrel. That's a chest. Okay. We're getting closer, I think. It's hard to tell exactly where we want to go. We're right there. Do we want to be? Right there. Ha, found it. All right. Try to do the least amount of turns possible. All right, I think we're done. We've dug a path all the way out there. Now we just need to hook it all up. Let's go ahead and start laying this. And actually, we're going to lay it the other way until we get it over here, and then we'll just link the whole thing together. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I'll probably just link this up off screen. You guys have seen me done this before, and you see how I'm going to do it. So it's fairly simplistic. And remember, wireless redstone is your friend. It'll keep things running smoothly once you're later in the game, because you don't want to have to use timer after timer after timer. As you can see, if I hit F3 here, we're already down to 20 FPS on the server. And so we want to try to get that up. You'll also notice that we are having some chunk issues as we've been watching. It's taking a while for chunks to load and things like that. This old server has just about had it. And the new server is going to be the place to be with all of its RAM and all of its space and speed. And so we should be able to keep it going pretty good. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a good evening.